muted. Welcome everybody to episode 6 of Ask Matt. We're trying something new tonight. We're trying to go live at 8 p.m. to help those like myself who have 2 girls drinking out of a frozen cup and have to put them to sleep before I can do this tonight. But I'm so glad that everybody is going to join me because a lot of promises made. We changed it from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Just going to tell everybody, so we're going to recap real quick who I am. I am Matt. And why do people care? Because I analyze the market. I tell you guys exactly what I'm seeing. I see patterns. I see demand. I see volume. I see it first, and I share it. That is what I'm here to do. I'm here to provide value to you. There are 30 million to 50 million new traders out there, and I'm here for 2 simple reasons, okay? Number 1, I'm here to simplify. I simplify everything I see and everything that I do, and I share it with you. And number 2, I am here to level the playing field. I used to be on the other team. I used to be on the other side. I work for hedge funds. I work for institutions. I know all the tricks and the way to manipulate the market. And I'm here to share those with you, to inform you, to educate you, to make everybody smarter and better at trading. I don't care what your level is. If you have 2 months experience or 4 months or 2 years or 4 years, there's something for everybody. I talk about the psychology behind trading. I talk about my rules, my lessons, okay? I do have a platform. Yeah, everybody, I'm so glad you guys are here. It's everybody that's new. Hopefully you understand a little about me and why I'm here. Pre-pandemic, I could care less. I mean, I'm transparent now. Pre-pandemic, I didn't want to teach anybody. I didn't want to help anybody trade. But I saw what was going on. I saw what was going on in the market with GameStop, AMC, all these meme stocks. People were being told, buy the ask. People were having FOMO. Oh, did you get in? Not yet. I'm going to get in later. What if it goes up? I don't care. I've got money coming in later. I'm just going to buy. That's the wrong way to trade. The right way to trade is the way that I'm trying to teach you guys and the people that follow me on my platform. You understand. Entry point. It doesn't matter if you're talking about stocks or options. Doesn't matter what stock you're talking about. I'm not like the other gurus. So real quick, first off, I'm not a guru. Secondly, I don't tout stocks, pump stocks, dump stocks. I will never tell you guys that I'm trading a stock unless I actually have a position. If I buy the stock or buy the options, I share it through transparency. That's how I educate you. I tell you about the psychology of trading and why I bought at the time that I bought. And I'm going to speak about or share about that in a little bit. I'm going to educate you guys a little more, talk about a few lessons. 305 is in the house, yes. So in Miami. So real quick, I'm just going to get to some slides real quick. I'm going to open these up. I'm just going to move myself over here. Let's see if I can figure out how to do that. Oh, there we go. See if I can make it even bigger. Okay, there you guys. You guys can still hear me. I'm talking about Bitcoin. So over the weekend, I highlighted on Saturday the 3rd highlight at the bottom of the screen to the right, and I showed you guys, wouldn't it be amazing if this were the point where we could jump into Bitcoin, and we jumped into Bitcoin stocks. I did Friday right before the close. I announced it around 350 that I was taking some stocks because I thought Bitcoin could spike. And if it does spike and follows the same trend, like you'll look at the second highlighted spot on the right side, it goes up, it hesitates, and then it goes up even higher. Same with the first trend line on the left. It goes up, it stops for maybe a day, and then it goes up even higher. So I was telling you guys on Saturday, those who follow me on Twitter, 349 Trading, public account, you can follow me there the same way you can follow me here. Subscribe, hit the push notification. But I was basically saying, imagine if this is what the chart's going to look like, and instead of guessing or jumping in, in the 3rd or 4th inning of a game or halfway through a tennis match or whatever the sport you want to use as an analogy, we're jumping in right at the start. We're in the ground floor. We're employee number 5 at Google. I mean, we're ready for it to take off. So there we go right there. I mean, since the announcement, I think we picked up about $4,500. Oh, actually, it's even higher. So, I mean, it's up 10% then. We're at 55,000. So 55,000. I think we have another 8 to 10% before there might be some retracement. So I think Bitcoin could definitely touch, 59,000, 60,000, possibly before this weekend. So that's just my prediction. Now, why do I make these predictions? You make predictions about everything that you do. I teach my followers, and I'm sorry if I'm speaking fast. I'm going to try and slow it down. I get real excited talking about stocks and trying to teach and trying to share knowledge. So you make predictions because the more predictions you guys make, the better you get at making predictions. And the better you get at making predictions, the better you understand the market. And once you understand the market and understand the trends of the market and different times that you see different things in the market, I'm going to talk about specific times to look for in the market. So if you're new, great. This is like the best lesson ever for you. If you follow me, I already speak about specific times in the market, the volume in those times, and the volatility as well. Okay, so let me just go on to the next slide real quick so I can just move this along. Okay, so when I give an alert that I'm entering into a position, say you follow me on my platform, it always comes back. So just yesterday, I liked Delta, I liked Sorrentino Therapeutics, and this morning, those that missed out, again, I tweeted, hey, there was that dip this morning. So another one of my lessons that I teach is planning ahead. All right, what's that mean, planning ahead? It means before the market opens, you pick whatever stock it is, whether you want to buy a stock or an option, all right, and you're planning ahead for the dip. Meaning, if it's a $10 stock and you're looking for it to dip 5% so that you could buy the stock at a great entry point, you would put in a limit order to buy the stock at $9.50. Now let's change that. Let's change it. Say you're looking at options and the option price that you're looking at is like $2, which means your one option would cost you $200. Doesn't matter if it's a put or a call or what your position is. Let's say just the option price itself is $200, okay? So pre-market, before the market even starts, you decide I'm going to enter into this position. I'm going to buy one contract. But instead of $200, which is the closing price from yesterday, I'm going to put in a price of $1.60. That way, if it's a call and it dips down, you could buy the call, or if it's a put and it spikes up, you could buy it. It's basically buying whatever you're buying, stock or options on sale. So say you buy a $2 option for $1.60 or $160, okay? And then at some point during that market day, it goes back to $2. Instead of breaking even or being even, $2, you haven't made any money yet. It's all about percentage gain, okay? Instead, you bought it $160. You've made $40, which is 25%. So when I stress to you, and you'll see it over and over in my videos, that entry point is most important. It really is. Because in options, you're talking about 25% gain to being flat. Okay? Now say, instead of being flat, you were down 25%. It was just $1.60. So you bought it at $1.60. It's still $1.60. The day was a tough day. It was a red day. The market was beat up. You're still even. However, if you buy at $2 and it goes down to $1.60, now you're down 20%. Terrible. It's a terrible way to start with options because options are so dangerous. You guys on the right, I see you asking questions and making comments. Please keep it going. I'm going to wait till the end. I'm going to review all the questions and comments so you're not going to feel left out. I do have a Q&A right at the end of the session. Sometimes we go 20 minutes. Sometimes we go 30 minutes. You guys speak about stocks. I look at it on my phone. I simplify exactly what I'm seeing, and I share that with you. I don't tell you to go into the stock. I don't tell you not to go into the stock. What I do is called hold or sell. So somebody will suggest a stock, and I'll say I will either hold 100 shares if it were given to me, or I sell them. All right, last thing. Platform members would get a tweet like the following for Root, which we entered into. So again, now just go back one more time. Previous board real quick. Okay, there we go. Yeah, excellent. So again, there's no excuses. I give my alert pre-market. I tell you when I'm looking for it, what the entry point would be. So again, Root was a little higher that day. I think it entered, opens at maybe 1070. I was looking to enter into it around 1015, 1030. I got in, I think, at 1030. If we flip to the next screen, Root made profit that day, and then we went up 5% or 6% today. Then it pulled back to up 2%. But at one point today, we were all up 10%. Again, it's entry point. So it's entry point. If you look at just the same slide that we're on right here off to the right, I spoke about SRNE. I spoke about options. So anybody that missed it yesterday, they planned ahead. For this example, this young woman bought the same options that I paid, 32 cents yesterday, or $32 per contract. It spiked all the way as high as maybe like 70 cents yesterday, or $70 per contract. It retraced this morning. She put in a cheap bid for $38. I bought another contract for $42. And then at the end of the trading today, let me just look real quick. I always keep my phone handy, and you guys are here, and it makes more sense if I give you actual details than just making up numbers. Okay, 86 cents. So she was in at $38. It ended the day at $86. I got in a couple more options at $42. Other people. The point is, if you miss an alert, if you miss a stock, let's talk about you guys, okay? Say you're following a stock on your watch list and you miss the entry and it's up 6%. Do not chase the stock. Do not pay the ask. Do not chase the stock. Keep your bid the same where it is. Because usually, unless you're perfect, you're not calling the bottom. So although the stock might look good on Monday, up 6%, Tuesday might be a bad day, and it might go back down to where your bid was. So instead of paying too much, you're getting in at the good entry point, a comfortable entry point. So I teach a lesson about being comfortable when you make a trade. And all that's saying is, no matter what you're trading, stocks or options, I don't want you to have to look down at your phone 5 minutes after you made the trade to say, am I up 10%? Am I down 10%? You have to feel so comfortable with your trade that your entry point is so spot on that you're not worried. That even if the stock dips a few more or the option dips another 10 or 20%, you're okay because you know you nailed the entry point. So that's what I wanted to share with you. quick couple lessons. Oh yeah, sorry, I had one more slide. I completely forgot. Yeah, we crushed it today. So anybody out there is like, dude, I've seen this guy's video, his updates, his episode 3, his episode 4. This guy's always talking about crushing it. He's on fire, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, there's my account right there. On the left, it was a small account challenge. Started with $2,250, probably 8 trading days ago. Did good the first trading day. The second trading day, I was already down $509 on the account. So the account was down to $1,700. We made some changes. It was just a red day. We planned ahead. I averaged down exactly what I teach in options. You average down to 40%. All these rules and lessons are on my platform. I don't come here to market my platform, but it's 349trading.com. It has my rules, my lessons, the psychology of trading. We created our own app recently, so there's a push for the alerts. We're working on everything. We're brand new at this. Again, so please just give it a look if you're interested. Okay, point is, took this small account challenge, $2,250. Like everybody, I started out down $500. I was down to $1,700. Okay, so we're 3 trading days later. My account is north of $5,300, which means I've already returned 100%. Over 120%, I believe it is. With that said, my goal was to show you guys I am human. I am transparent. I am real. I am not a guru. I don't make stuff up. I tell you how it is. If I screw up a trade, I tell you, and I tell you why I did or how I messed up. If you can't learn from my mistakes, what good am I? Same with you guys. We have such a great community at my 349 Trading. We have an app that has a community, and you guys help each other. And I tweeted you guys today, and I said, thank you so much. You guys are so wonderful to each other. So somebody always knows the answer. It's wonderful. So let's just get to the guy on the right. He said, same here. He started last week. He's up, close to $800. So he must have started with $320-something, $330, $340. And now he's up to $1,100. It's 1 week. He's made 237% following my alerts. Now, I don't tell anybody, I'm not a financial advisor, so I don't tell you, dude, here's what you're buying today. Here's the price you're buying it at. No, I share through transparency. And you know what? People that follow my platform, there's a 10-minute rule. Wait 10 minutes after Matt makes an alert, and we'll get in cheaper. Or outbid me. If I bid $2 for an option contract, most people bid $1.80 or $180. And they get in, which means they beat me by 10%. So when I claim profit of 42% or 58%, they're like, 42? I've got 50. Everybody beats me. I'm okay. I know my trades are profitable. Okay. On my platform, I have my spreadsheet. Everything's timestamped so you can see. I believe I have about 24 green profitable trades and probably like 4 red trades, which is a lot for me. I do not like red trades. A couple of my trades I sold out. I could have made profit. I'm upset about it, but I'm a real trader. Meaning, if I need money for another position like you guys do, real quick lesson. If you're stepping in, let's get rid of this and just bring me up. Great. Back to my lesson, okay? This is one of my favorites. If somebody put you in bags and you're holding bags of a terrible stock, okay? Or whatever it is, whatever the position is, and they're getting heavy and you've averaged down, but you're still getting crushed, and you don't get to day trade, you might hear great information, but you can't trade off it because you're holding these heavy bags. If you're stepping in shit, take a second, reevaluate. I taught a lesson about reevaluating. So every day after the market's over, I look at my positions and I say, is this a good position to be in for tomorrow? So if you keep saying no to the same position, whatever it is, I don't even want to name a stock that some other person might have put you in. But if there's a stock that every day you're like, oh, God, 2% down, 3% down, 8% down, it's crazy. It can't go down tomorrow, 8% tomorrow. I mean, if these are your reactions and you're looking at your phone and you don't want to look at your phone anymore, you just put it down. But it's the same thing every day and it's the same stock every day. That makes you feel horrible about yourself. Then reevaluate. If you're stepping in shit, take a step out. Get out of the shit. Start over. Every day is new. When you log on to Robinhood or Webull or whatever, Morgan Stanley or Wells Fargo, whatever you're trading with, you wake up, you log on, it says your account balance is $1,700. It doesn't say you have $1,700 of shit stock. It says your account balance is at $1,700. So you wake up fresh that day. You say, I want to step out of the shit. I want to go to the side, okay? I sell my position. I now have $1,700, and I wait for the best entry of whatever the next stock is. It's all about entry point. And have a way to trade it. Understand that if you have $1,700, you want to use my 25% rule. It means when you invest in a new stock, you're going to put in 4.25 into your first position. Options or stock, it doesn't matter. If it goes down, we have a way to average down. You have to subscribe to my platform. I can't give everything away for free, but I'm here to help you. So please, if you made money with me Friday, Monday, or Tuesday, I'm laughing because everybody's made money with me. And I even tweet public stuff out because we were having some issue with my app and I didn't want anybody to miss out on the alerts. I will talk about the alert for today and we're talking about some other stocks, but share this with someone. Tell them, okay? Episode 3, about 14 minutes in, I talk about options. I simplify it. So if options are just like you're clueless to options, please just look at it. Episode 3, 14 minutes in, I simplify. I tell you what it is. I talk slow. I tell you what a call option is, a put option, all that things, okay? Episode 4, I think I speak somewhat about the same wrap up, but I speak about how I used to work for these institutions, how I used to manipulate the market. I share my secrets with you. They all have secrets. Oh, okay, real quick, because I'm just kidding. There's another lesson, zoom out, which means don't look at the 1-minute chart, the 5-minute chart. If your stock is getting hammered and the market is getting hammered in a 2-hour spell or it falls off a cliff, stop staring at your phone, stop staring at the computer. Zoom out is my lesson. Meaning, look at the bigger picture. If you entered into a stock, I'll give you an example, okay? It is very time sensitive, but Delta Airlines, okay? I happen to like Delta. So I'm looking at the chart and I see a triple bottom. Now, I see things different than everybody else. So I'm not telling you to jump into Delta tonight, by no means. But I understand the Dow struggled today. I saw that at a certain time, and I'll explain that in a minute as well. But I happen to think Delta is going to pop over the next couple of days. It helps that vaccine news is out and stuff like that. And I actually might sell some of my SRNE options tomorrow and go into some more Delta options. Okay? Yeah, keep talking about stocks on the side. I will talk about all the stocks later. All right, so zoom out. That's our lesson. Plan ahead. I spoke about that earlier. If you have an options position and say the option is worth $2 again, put in the order pre-market tomorrow to sell the option for $2.60, implying a 30% gain. You can go to work, you can go to school, you can put down your phone, you can take care of your kids, you can cook breakfast or lunch, go out to lunch. Do whatever it is that you do. Don't stare at your phone. The point is, if you're comfortable with an exit point or having a strategy, so you say, okay, my options, it's worth $200 a contract. I would be happy if I made 30% from where it closed at. So you put in, some people might say, I want 100%, so they'll put in their option price for $4 or $400. Yeah, you guys are crushing it. Again, people are telling me they're making 120 to 272% on my plays for the last 3 days. Now, again, unlike other gurus, I actually entered these positions. I'm crushing it. So you should see flames coming from my head. That's how on fire I am. So if you're watching other episodes, you're like, this dude's talking about he's always on fire. Yeah, I've been on fire for about 3 weeks. I call the market, and then I just make sense of it. So how do I call the market? There are certain patterns. So let's get into my patterns. Here we go. I'm going to share a lesson with you. Market timing. Now, it's not what you're thinking. It's not sell a stock, buy a stock, something like that. There are certain times in the market that there's more volume and there's more direction and guidance for you. So I'm speaking slow. I'm calmed down right now. 9:30. Okay. Pre-market after hours. It doesn't really matter unless there's heavy news and your stock is spiking 6, 8, 12%. or there's an offering and your stock is going down, same amount, 6, 8, 10%. But other from that, pre-market after hours, less than 1% of volume is traded. Okay, great. So then you go to 9:30 to 10:30 in the morning, the first hour that the market opens. That's where the most volume is. That's also where the most volatility is. So I tell people my option rules on my platform. We don't trade options before 10:30 a.m. You can if you plan ahead. So if you're selling an option and you put in a sale price of $5, implying, a 200% gain, and the stock spikes up, that's when your option gets triggered. You sold it. You don't have to wait till 10:30. You just made 150, 200% gain. Likewise, if you like a stock and it's up here and the option costs $2 and you're like, okay, maybe it's going to dip. There's going to be a morning dip before 10:30. Maybe Jay Powell is speaking, which, he tanks the market all the time. So I'm going to put in a buy order at $120. It'll be off 40%. If it drops 40%, that option price this morning, it's a sale. It's on sale. I have a lesson about sale. Going to a clothing store, you buy a jacket. The guy says it's going to be on sale in 2 days, 20% off. You're going to wait the 2 days. So the point is, you could put in an order at $1.20. If you get it, great. You just saved 40% that you would have lost. You got a great entry point. If you don't get it, don't be upset. You know why? Your entry point was so good. You did such a great job planning. So if people don't get it, they're like, oh, I missed it by 5 cents. Don't worry. You know what you did? You were so close to nailing the perfect entry point. And there'll be another play. It's like people that like going to casinos. Oh, I want to play one more hand. I got to stay one more hour. I got to do this. You don't need to. The casinos, they're open 24/7. You don't need to make that extra wager. If you're out of a stock and you want to secure profit, that's perfect. You don't have to chance it. So I'm a 90% trader, which means 90% of my trades are profitable. How do I do it? It's all about entry point and securing profit. I get greedy sometimes. There's no doubt about it. I get greedy. I did on the UVXY on Friday. I bought in for $17 a contract. I sold for $51 a contract. But I was sweating. It was Friday. And I'm like, what if it closes me out of my position? What if it gives me like 36 cents, 38 cents? I'm telling these guys I'm going to make 200%. What if I don't make 200%? I made 200%. I was right. Back to my frozen cup. Thank you, my daughters. Yeah, it froze for a second, but we're good. Okay, so market timing, 9:30 to 10:30. A lot of volatility. If you plan ahead, it's okay to trade. Next, 10:45 to about 11:05 a.m. will tell you the direction of the market. What do I mean? At 10:45, look at the Dow. At 10:45, look at the NASDAQ, okay? Say the Dow is down 50 points. Say the NASDAQ is down 50 points, all right? At 11:05 a.m., you look at your screen, okay? You don't have to watch for 20 minutes it go up and down. And you're like, oh, it's bullish. No, it's bearish. No, it's bullish. No, because they play tricks on you. And when I say they, usually I'm talking about the institutions, okay? How do they make money, the institutions? They trick you into thinking the market's going one direction and it goes the other way. They come out with an analysis saying so-and-so stock is worth $100 a share. It's only like $80. But they say so-and-so stock is $100 a share. And then you guys buy in. But guess what? They already bought their calls. They already sold their puts. So they made money. And they already have the stock on the side. So they're not doing it for you. So when I say they, it's them against us. I'm on your side. I'm a retail trader now. I'm here to help you guys. There are 30 to 50 million of you. Those institutions, you've seen their big buildings, right? You know what they do after work? I've mentioned this one before in my videos. They're on Wall Street. They take off 4 o'clock, 4:30. They go to the local bar, and they laugh about you. They laugh about me, too. Did you see what we did? He thought it was going to be a U-shaped recovery or a W-shaped recovery or a V-shaped. We know all these terms, don't we? I mean, you guys do. I don't know how long you've been trading. 2 months, 4 months, a year. U-shaped, V-shaped, W recovery. You know it all, right? Oh, my followers, they love cup and handle. What's cup and handle? Cup, and then it has a little handle, right? It goes a little higher. So they talk about these things. Wall Street traders, the institutions, the hedge funds, they know you guys know these terms. So they laugh about it. Hey, he thought it was going to be a W recovery, and boom, I tanked his stock. And they have terms that I shared yesterday. When they want to tip each other off, it's like, hey, Petey, it's Jason. Hey, Jason, yeah. So it's going to rain on Netflix. It's going to rain on Netflix, I think, later. Yeah, I'm pretty sure of it. All right, later. So they didn't give away the stock, but what did they say? Netflix, which is the stock, and it's going to rain, meaning they're going to sell. Blah, 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 blah. Sometimes they'd be like, yeah, the guys at Goldman are going to rain on Netflix at 1:30. What are you thinking? Yeah, if they're going to rain on Netflix at 1:30, we should be out before then. Let's get out around 1:25. Yep, definitely take your time. Put your clients in those put options first. Yeah, you should load up yourself. Yeah, it's definitely happening. So yeah, they're planning. Just because one guy works at Goldman, one guy works at JP Morgan, they're still friends. It's not legal what they're doing. They can't talk about that, but they do. They share information all the time. So yeah, if you like what you're hearing, first, I speak the truth. I'm transparent. There are probably hedge funds that will watch my video. There are probably hedge funds that follow me and are part of my platform. I can't help it. Okay, I make these calls. So I see certain things. And then 3 to 4 p.m., real quick, that's a good volatile spot, or most specifically, it's 3:50 to 4. But okay, so just real quick, when I see volume and demand, there are specific ways hedge funds and institutions buy, since I'm sharing with you, okay? They break up their buys. Why? Because they don't want you guys to see a major position being started. If you see a major position, you're going to buy in, and they're going to pay more for their second purchase. So what do? Well, between 9:30 and 10:30, they show small signs of support. Meaning, I don't know how many shares they're going to buy. Let's say half 500,000, 500,000 shares. So they'll buy 10,000 here, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000. They'll fill maybe like 150,000. Nobody's any wiser. Okay, they try and fit in, but they want to fill the rest of their order. They need 350 more thousand shares that day. So they do a buy around like 10:50 during this popular trading time I mentioned. So that's what I look for. Then they might do another buy at like 1:20. There's like a downtime. They just try and sneak it in. But this is what I see. So I alerted with SRNE today. I alerted with it yesterday. I tell you guys what I'm seeing and why I'm holding my position. So let's just go back, for example, SRNE. The market fell off a cliff today at like 2 something. It dropped like 50 points. I looked at SRNE. It only went down like 4 cents. So I was like, oh my God, okay, great. There's huge support. Somebody is buying up the shares. If the market goes down, your stock should go down. If the market falls off a cliff, every chart should look the same. So if you're following a chart and the market goes like that and your stock still looks like this, you better get out of it and just save that extra spot. So increasing your portfolio. Sell, because no, it didn't tank for a reason. I did that the other day. I was like, oh, look, Blink didn't tank. There's huge demand. I was right. It was an options play. And you know what happened 5 minutes later? Literally, I had 5 minutes to get out. And I didn't, because I thought my skills were superior. There is no controlling the market. Real quick, let's talk about Bitcoin. Say my prediction is right and Bitcoin spikes to 58, 59,000 by Friday or Saturday or something like that. If tech is going down, so tech has a correlation with the 10-year note, which happens to be going up. I don't know where it finished at, like 161. It was as low as 157 today. But say tech goes down or stays flat and Bitcoin goes up. It doesn't mean your stocks are going up. They should, because the value goes up. So I understand you're like, whoa, Bitcoin's up 5%. My stock should be up 15%. Riot, Mara, Ebon, whatever it is. Why is it going up? It's supply and demand. So if tech or the market is going down and people are selling, Apple's going down, Google, whatever it is, just for example, okay? Tesla, it's taking the market down. Boeing's taking the market down. The airline industry, whatever it is. Your stock should be going up, but it's not, because the entire market's going down. Just like if you're in a green market the other day and Bitcoin stocks were up a little, 4%, 6%, but Bitcoin was down $1,000 that day. But we were in a really strong market. It might have been Friday. I don't remember. Just give you for an example. So we're almost done with my updates. So market time is very important, just so everybody knows, okay? Okay, real quick. Somebody asked yesterday in the Q&A about Microvision, MBIS, right? It was like at $26. It was $29 after hours when I was checking it out, up like 6%. And I said, don't be surprised if there's consolidation today. It said tomorrow, meaning today. So what is consolidation? Consolidation means when your stock goes up 20, 25%, 27%, 42%, whatever it is, it consolidates. It's like it loses the bag holders. There's profit taking, and then it consolidates to a more solid base. Now, a more solid base is usually down. So when it came to Microvision, I think from $28 after hours when I was talking about it, I think I saw it around $20 today. That's $8. Okay, so $8 from 28 is what? Three is like somewhere between 3 and 4. So that's got to be like 26%, I guess. Is that what it went down? 26%. It's just numbers and me are good. So I guess estimate on a lot of things, and I put numbers out there and I figure out the percentages because everything is black and white. It's a good investment or it's not a good investment. Okay. A lot of people are like, oh, this one's everybody's going to play airlines and blah, 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 whatever it is, or cruise ships or GameStop or AMC, a movie theater play. To me, it's not. I don't care what company it is. I look at the chart. I track the demand. If there's demand for a stock, that means people are buying the stock. If people are buying the stock goes up. Those of you who follow my platform, even followed me on free Twitter or Webull. I had 13,000 followers. Twitter was like another 5 or 6, before the platform. Point is, I would point out stocks to you guys and be like, hey, look at this. I see something interesting. And then 10 minutes later, it just pops. It pops. And I like that word pops because when I used to be on Wall Street, there was no pops. Stock went up 3%. It was a huge day. My voice, trickled there. Huge. Doesn't happen. Now, stocks up 3%. It's nothing. In the afternoon, it's down 3%. I see stocks, they move like 8% up to 3% down. Those are volatile stocks. The good news is, if you're learning how to trade the right way, you can take advantage of it. But it was never that easy. You had to wait weeks, months, days, whatever it was for the stock to move significantly. 15% was like a godsend. Anyway, so what you guys see today, that's why I tell you, plan for it 5% down if it's stock or options. Get the best value, get the best entry point. Have a strategy. If you don't have a strategy, you're a bag holder. So if you don't have a strategy or an exit point, whether it's stock or options, you're just holding the bag. You're along for the ride. You're on the airline, the boat, the train, whatever it is, you're along for the ride. Again, these analogies are just to help you guys. So right now, a quick analogy I used yesterday, what you're getting right now is like Cliff Notes. I'm giving you like the synopsis, like the quick version of everything that's going on in my mind, all the lessons I'm trying to teach. But really on my platform, on the website we built, it's over and over. I tell people, read my lessons over and over again until they're intuitive, until you feel it in your gut. This is the dip. And when it dips, I'm going to pay bump, whatever price it is. You're going to know this and you're going to feel so good. Some people return on my platform. They tweet their returns. This is before Matt, and before me is always red. I mean, it's always red. I mean, why wouldn't it be red? I mean, people that are green traders, they're egotistical, sorry. Narcissists, sorry. But they don't need help. Oh, I don't need his stock help. Oh, I like OCGN. We got in under $7. We sold, some of us, not me, I sold at 10. Some of us sold at $13 from 7. It's like a 92% gain. The guy says, I've been here since $2. Yeah, he was holding bags since $2. My alert, 3 days. 3 days, 92%. 3 days, I've been in since $2. Great. You know what? He held till 13. I guarantee he was holding till 10. He probably held on the way back to 11. But OCGN, just for example, when I talk about it, dilution, okay? They made an offering, 10 million shares, $10 a share, 100 million. Not a huge offering. They need the money. It makes sense. Companies need money. That's why they do offerings. All right? I thought they did it the right way. The demand was 400 million. But what happened to the stock? It went from 11.98 or 12 after hours back to 11, back to today. I think it bottomed around $10 and maybe 18 cents. Got pretty damn close to 10. I'm not saying it won't go down to the chart actually looks good. So it's either looks like a strong buy right now, or it's a setup and the market goes bad tomorrow. And if the market goes bad, so here are my predictions. The market's good, stock will be over $11 tomorrow. The market's bad on OCGN, expect it to fall under $10. Yes, under the offering price. I'm not telling you it's a bad market. I'm hoping for a good market. I have calls on stuff. Options go up, calls go up, stocks go up. That's my deal. All right, so I'm almost done with that. I think that's it. So yeah, let me just go. I'm going to talk about stocks real quick. Just my stocks. Okay, so I have 65 stocks on my tracker list. No, I'm not going to talk about all 65. I pick out about 10 or 15. I tell you what I'm seeing. Okay, I pick out specific industries. I tell you what I'm seeing. So I pick out stocks that control their industries. Green energy. I look at First Solar, Canadian Solar, Neo, Blink, Plug, ChargePoint. There were different stocks associated with fintech, Square, PayPal. I mean, there are others. What was the other one? Let's just find. Let me just go over some stocks. My alert from today, NanoX. So what is NanoX? And I'll give it to everybody because I don't care. NNOX. I entered into my position. I think I entered into 2 positions today. So what they do is 3-dimensional X-rays. I think they're an Israeli company. Again, I don't do all this research. You're like, this dude must have paperwork this high, 8 computers. Here, I use my phone. Do you guys see that? Yeah, my phone. This is what I do. My phone has a crack in it. I'm getting a new phone. But you don't need to get technical. These are like, oh, they crossed the golden average, 50-day moving, blah, 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 blah. And your head just explodes. So I'm here just as a simpleton. If I show you what I see as a simpleton, right? Simple guy. Look at charts. Big, good. Small, bad. Green, good. Red, bad. Simple. Simple. My daughter picks out some charts. Hey, look at that, Dad. That one's going up. I say, I know. Yeah, please share this with somebody. So I'm going to go over some stocks. So NanoX. So yeah, they do imaging. Supposedly the guy did like a show or a broadcast and a Zoom thing, and it looks real. Half the people think it's fake. Half the people think it's real. It's either going to 0 or 100. My point is institutions are buying, and they have been since the stock was 65. The stock is 35. So my entry point this morning was $35.30, I believe. Then it dipped. Somebody said, thanks, I missed the alert. Then it dipped. Just wait. If you miss an alert, if you miss an entry point for your own stock or options, I want to get in at $4 or whatever it is, and you miss it, it's coming back. It's not like a one-time thing. Like you're never going to see your grandmother again. If she's alive, she's coming back. Your parents are coming back. Your kids coming back. You didn't get to say goodbye that morning, but they're coming back. The stock comes back. There's no stock that just takes off. If you're that good, please sign me up. I'll sign up to your platform. How much is it? $3.49 a week like mine? No, your platform is probably like $99 a week. So yeah, these gurus are crazy. Why do I charge $3.49 a week? Why do I only bill 1 week at a time? I'll tell you. I don't want to hold anybody or tie anybody down to listening to me. If I get you for 1 week and you follow my rules and you're a better trader, great. Now, if you appreciate the value, like a lot of my people, I mean, our retention ratio is like 94%, which means we have more people coming in and hardly anybody leaves. And right now I'm on fire. And if somebody does leave, I'm like, why are you leaving? And they're like, well, I just don't have time. I'm at work, blah, 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 blah. And then they sign up anyway again. That was an example from today. Okay, so real quick, I'll just go through more stocks. SRNE, I showed you guys the demand I saw this morning even. And then it popped again to $8.60. I showed you the demand at $8.60. Then it rose as high as $9. So that's crazy. ACY, again, such light volume. All right. That one went down 8% today, but it went up like 22% yesterday. So such light volume. That stock has $1 million average volume. And I think it traded like 200,000 shares. And everybody was selling because of this fake news story on Webull. So if you're a part of a Webull platform, or there are probably other platforms as well that give you fake stories. But like anytime you see, this is good for everybody. In fact, if you've never heard this before, or if you appreciate what I'm about to share, please share this video. Okay, that's the only thing. Tell them we're in about 30 minutes or whatever. Here it is. Law, news stories, like legal stories. Your company that you're invested in is being sued. Shareholders, if you lost money between August and September of whatever, and you're being, please file a report. It's all bullshit. Excuse my language. It's all manipulation. It's press releases. So like Seeking Alpha, like anything that you see regarding a law firm, it's all BS. Hindenburg is tied to like 3 different law firms. So anytime Hindenburg shorts someone, all of a sudden those 3 law firms say, if you're part of this class action suit, blah, 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 contact us. It never goes to trial. It never goes to court. There's never a settlement. It's manipulation. And some of you are like, wait, I have a stock there that's happening too. I was scared. I thought they were going to court soon. No, they're not. You're scared. Everybody else is like you. Psychology of trading. So if you're all retail trading, even if you own 100 shares, but there are millions of you, and you're all scared, then it drops and it's going down. You're selling, he's selling, you selling. Snowball effect. They win. The institutions win. The hedge funds win. The law firms win. You don't think they make money? Oh my God, they know. Are they 100% they know? Everything's against you. So if you think these institutions are trying to help you, like Robinhood was trying to help you, right? They were selling your information to the Citadel So the Citadel would know what trades you were doing ahead of time. Again, it doesn't matter for you, one person, but when you combine 13 million traders and you're all buying 100 shares of the same stock, and the Citadel goes in and buys it first, you're paying more money. They're selling you the stock. They're making hundreds of millions of dollars off you. It's a free platform. Of course it's a free platform. You know how fat Vlad's pockets are? Okay, I'm going to go down to my list. I'm sorry for taking up so much time. 8:40. So we're going to do 5 more minutes of my list, and then I guarantee you guys at least 20 minutes. I'm going to answer every question, okay? I might go through them, but I'm going to show you guys everything. So I'm going to speed up my list. Delta got hit, but 46.34 where it closed. I don't look at after hours. So that's strong. That's where I entered into the position yesterday. So yes, my options probably lost a little IV. I added on to the position this morning at 73 cents per contract. Yeah, my voice goes. Okay, Root, that was an alert the other day. We're up 70 cents. So what is that, 7%, I guess? Anytime you can make 7% in 2 days, that's a hell of an alert, don't you think? I mean, we're all used to stocks going down. In fact, my followers used to say to me, I love red days because we have a plan. We have a game plan. We know exactly what we're looking for. The biggest dip, we know how to enter, 25% rule. So I'm like, how do you mean you love red days? Are you kidding? So nobody loves red days. Nobody likes red days. Green days are great. Unless you're a bear, then you like red days. Okay, let's keep going. Bitcoin, 55,000, almost 500. So I said Bitcoin was going to spike. I mean, it always happens a little past 8 o'clock. Again, I think we're going to 60,000 real soon by Friday. But again, they'll manipulate the market. Marathon, Riot, again, for best in class. Okay, so then I've got Tiger. Tiger is my all-time favorite stock this year. Okay, it's like they have institutions trade in China. They trade U.S. stocks. So there are 2 companies that do that. Tiger, TIGR, and Futu, FUTU. Futu just did an offering at $130. I think they're like $146. They're on my watch list as well. I follow EH, which I gave it as alert the other day. I gave an alert at $26.20. They're at $30.23. So it's up $4. That's 15% in 4 days? Again, I'm on fire. If you don't understand, I'm on fire. And again, I'm not here to tout myself or my services or this or that. I just share through transparency. I have bad days. I tell you guys when I have bad days. How else are you going to learn? All right, let's keep going. Blink, very volatile. There's Futu. Okay, Plantier. Plantier crossed 24. That's strong, but it lost 1% today. The market was tough. Ford is on fire. I've been speaking about Ford forever. If you look at the Ford 5-day chart, on fire. It's like pure angle up. D-Dog. All right. I was a week early. Not the institutions. The insiders sold. I bought in, of course. It went from 94 to 83 or something, 84. Back at 94 right now. So again, it's all about timing. I was off. D-Dog. I lost money on my options. It sucked. I don't lie. I lost money. It sucks. I was unhappy. Canadian Solar. Remember I sold out the other day? Well, guess what? So we're talking about Canadian Solar. Canadian Solar went down. NEO went down. First Solar had a terrible day. XL is back down to $7. All these stocks are interrelated. Blink, Plug, right? They're all getting crushed. So I saw it the other day of Canadian Solar. I saw the demand at 43. I saw the selling at 47. So you make a quick scalp. It didn't hit my price target, but 9%, 10%, it's good. I see your questions on the side. I'm going to get to them. I'm almost done. AI, again, just got hit by the market today. I like that. DoorDash, real quick. Gave the alert this morning. I called it Door. It was actually called Dash. It was 155. I said institutions just released. They should be 175. But the great thing about DoorDash is if you watch my episodes, last 3 in a row, or maybe even 4 in a row, I've spoken about DoorDash since it was $140. And I said, when the market recovers, just like AMD, which we're in as well, crushing AMD, it's got to be at least 15%. So DoorDash from 140 to 162, that's 22 points. That's what, 15%, 16%, 4 days. Again, it is what it is. XL, got hit. Quantum, got hit. Coinbase, again, Coinbase, $300. It's not my favorite play. I'd rather be in Ebon, Tiger, Futu, any other thing than Coinbase. I mean, who makes up the number that they're worth $59 billion? And Kathy Wood says yes. Well, she's also in Tesla, and I warned you about Tesla. Even though they beat the numbers, Wall Street does not like Tesla. They don't think it's worth whatever it's worth, 1 trillion, 2 trillion. I don't know. Guy has to nail everything. I like Elon Musk. Okay, here we go. Roblox. Love Roblox. Didn't really do much today. Jumia, millennial stock, lost 3%. Great thing is, if the market's green tomorrow, Jumia can gain 4 or 5%. But NEO got hit hard. People were saying earnings this week. Unfortunately, green energy right now is getting hit hard. I don't know. President Biden speaking tomorrow night. You would think green energy would run good. It's weird how the market reacts. Sometimes you expect up and it goes down and vice versa. That's why they manipulate. That's why entry point is so important. That's why taking profit is so important. It's crazy. So let me finish about Tiger. So yeah, I think Tiger's going to be $27, $28 by May 21st. I'm just answering the question on the side. I think it'll be 44 later this year. And it wouldn't surprise me if it goes to like $66 by December. It's one of my favorite stocks. Futu at 146. Don't be surprised if it goes to like 246. It was there earlier this year. It was out of control. But smaller makes sense. Smaller steps. It'll go there. Okay, so let's just finish. Yeah, Tesla got hit 704, not a shock. Now, if Tesla goes down to like 680 or something tomorrow morning, it would be tasty. See, I don't care. I don't hate Tesla. If it goes to 680, you tell me I can get into 680 off 4% tomorrow, I'll go in. I don't care. Let's ride it up to like 750 again. Again, certain stocks, you have to know them. I trade Tesla. I'm 5-2 against Tesla. Blink, I'm like 6 for 6. There are certain stocks that you just know. Oh, Wynn Casino, I traded 83 times last year. 83 times. I made 2,500%. So I teach you a lesson. Know a stock like a family. You guys on the side are so great. We're almost out to you. Let's go. TRIT, saw somebody ask a question about that. Yeah, I have connections at various places. I speak to people in New York. Some of my friends know what I'm doing. I'm pretty sure the word's out and someone's probably following me. If not, there are a few hedge funds following me. Not that they're going to join on my alerts. I'm not bragging like that. I'm just saying, when I talk about the psychology of trading, it didn't matter what I was doing in life. I was part of an entrepreneurial group, EO, NYC, which is Entrepreneurs Organization. I was the youngest member of my group. You had to own your own company, had to be worth X number of $1 million. You know, one of my buddies was on Oprah 8 times throughout the year. Another one of my buddies was like good friends with Daniel Snyder of the Redskins. He sold his company. It was huge for $156 million. The point is, I was part of this group because I thought outside the box. I was the younger kid at the time. Okay, I just had a different mindset. So it's good to take opinions from other people or, you know, just understand the way everybody else thinks. So I'm not saying hedge funds are going to trade after what I say. They won't. They have certain regulations they follow. Same with banks. But it's good to hear what the other side is saying. You know, I'm sure they have Reddit spies and things. I don't trust Reddit. That's not my thing. It's like a gamble. You want to go gamble? Go to the casino, bet on roulette. All right, let's just kill off these stocks. I don't know. Party City's at 646. We know I like doubled or tripled down on, what was it, Thursday or Friday of last week, whatever day it was. I'm making money on Party City. My price target on Party City, sharing information, $10. I don't care. The same thing happened with Michael. So look at MIK, right? It was as low as $1.44 last year. I sold my share for north of $20. I think it went up to $26. Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for waiting. You know what? I'm not even going to call out any more stocks. I'm going to get to your questions. I'm going to scroll to the top. You guys are so great for waiting. And again, what day is today? I don't even know. Like Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. So the countdown begin. Let's go. You got a 4-year-old, 5 girls here. Oh, my God. Good for you. I've got 2 girls. What's up, James? Greetings from St. Louis. Yeah, so everybody's all over the place. There's California, St. Louis. So there's middle states. There's East Coast. There's Florida. There's South America. There's the Dubai, UAE. We've got people in Japan, actually, in Korea. I have a couple of Koreans. I mean, so again, I don't discriminate. Everybody's welcome to follow. If you can learn what it is, just for the future, TSRI, crazy flow. No, so unlike other gurus, and I don't know where you guys get these stocks from, I will never support a stock unless I know or the chart looks good. So I'm going to look at that chart for you because you're next on the list. But low float, possible squeeze, lose these terms, okay? You saw it happen with GameStop. It never happened with AMC. That was just crazy buying. And GameStop was one day and the institutions were out, maybe 2 days. It was just retail traders betting against each other, pushing it up. Then how often you took profit went down. Then back up, then back down. It wasn't shorts at play anymore. I was involved with many short stocks. Ebon, they're out. They were out that same day, maybe the next day. TRIT, out. Blink, out. SOS, out. I mean, there's so many short stocks. Okay, so TSRI. I'm going to look this up because I know you. I know most of the people on my platform. It's crazy. They're close to maybe like 1,000 now, but I see your names. I see the comments. Some of you get it. I get it. You know, I root for everybody. All right, TSRI. Sorry, I get sidetracked. I'm inside today, so there's no cigarettes or anything like that. Okay, it's on the NASDAQ, and it has absolutely zero volume. Are you kidding me? I want to invest in this stock. You know what the volume is? 18,000 on average. Today it had 6,000. But how many shares are there? So if it had like 100,000 shares, I would understand it. But it doesn't. It has 2 million shares floated. So yeah, I mean, if somebody wants to come in and buy 200,000 shares, yeah, the stock will go to 20. But if somebody comes in and sells 200,000 shares that they own, the stock will go to like 3. So you play with that stock. I don't care. I don't know where you would find a stock like that. It's gone from $2 to $18. It has no earnings per share. It trades no volume, under 20,000 a day. Yeah, it has a low float, but I mean, it doesn't tell you anything. I'm going to look at the chart actually. So let's look at the 1 month chart. Looks like poop. Looks terrible. Can you see that? There you go. Look at the bottom of the screen. Here you go. See all those lighter color ones? Those are yellow, and those are bigger. Bigger yellow means outflow, means no demand. Okay? Let's go on. Next question. That's a terrible stock. Most Bitcoin stocks don't follow the spikes exactly. Explain why. I did earlier. If you missed it, I'll explain. But Bitcoin can spike. I used to say that Bitcoin stocks correlated about 2 to 3%. Bitcoin spikes 5%. Your stock goes up 10 to 15%. That's how it was for a long time. Not anymore. Now it follows the market. So in order for you to make money in Bitcoin stocks, which is why I'm sort of staying away from them, all right? Not only do your Bitcoin stocks, Mara, Riot, Can, BT, I mean, there's so many stocks, all right? Not only do they have to go up, but you need the NASDAQ to go up because there has to be demand. People have to want to buy your stocks. All right. If I were going to be in one Bitcoin stock, it would be MSTR. It's like the Fort Knox of Bitcoin. All right. All they do is store Bitcoin. I think they have 71,000 Bitcoin, something like that. They have the most Bitcoin out of every company. I don't think they do. I mean, no, they own intellectual property and do other stuff. But again, so Bitcoin stocks. Okay, one more. If you haven't watched my Bitcoin video, it's just about Bitcoin. I try and simplify it. It was one of the first videos I created. So please excuse me. It's a little hokey. Okay. The point is, the most important thing about that video is there are only 21 million Bitcoin being farmed. Now, farmed means they're huge equipment, like, producing these math equations. I explain it. Just watch the video. It's real quick. It's not even like 20 minutes. Maybe it's like 14 minutes. Point is, there are 21 million Bitcoin being produced or farmed. 18.5 million are already been farmed and are in banks' hands, the public hands, my pocket, your e-wallet, his e-wallet. The point is, all these companies, FT, SOS, you can name like 20 probably. They're all mining Bitcoin. There's only 2.5 million Bitcoin left to mine. 18.5 million is already been mined. So do the math. 18 out of 20 would be like 90%. So 18.5 out of 21, it's got to be like probably somewhere around 85% of Bitcoin has been mined already. It's out there in the public. It's available to you to buy. So the point is, all these companies are spending all this money on mining equipment. What do you think is going to happen in a few years? I mean, they can extend the life of Bitcoin. They have it. I speak about it in the video. Just watch the video. But my point is, I would rather be in the Fort Knox gold companies. So you can mine gold, but I'd rather be in Fort Knox. Fort Knox owns gold. Gold prices goes up. Fort Knox is more expensive. Bitcoin goes up. MSTR, more expensive. So, okay, I'm going to get to TRIT real quick. Maybe that's your next question. TRIT. Now, somebody told me the other day that they might have delayed earnings again to maybe June. However, TRIT has huge support from the institutions. Institutions have been buying ever since $6.60. I bought it at $6.88. I'm still holding bags. I'm making money, but it's not like it's going up. I thought it was going to be $10.50 months ago. I was expecting earnings. I was expecting everything. So anyway, watch my other videos. I've spoken about TRIT way too many times. I need earnings. I need a catalyst. Okay, you want to learn about options? Episode 3, about 14 minutes in, I speak about it for 20 or 30 minutes. Options. I talk about calculating the price, everything like that. How do we tell a dip from a dive off a cliff? Okay, yeah. So hopefully this is the next question. I'm just going to scroll down real quick. I think it is. Okay. A cliff is news happens and all of a sudden the market tanks and it drops 60 points and then you see a quick little bounce because there's always a dead cat bounce. There's always buying opportunity. Someone's always trying to call the bottom. If it's me, if it's you, if it's institutions, somebody always wants to call the bottom. So anyway, if it falls off a cliff, and I mentioned a double dip in the morning. So we were seeing double dips in the morning, meaning the market opens up, it dips down, and you think it's over, and it starts to recover, and then it dips again. Okay, double dip. Anyway, so cliffs or dips or dives, that's one thing. A correction, okay, a market correction will be 4 out of 5 selling days, heavy selling days, bloody days. If you remember March, we had 10 out of 12 days in the red and 7 were extremely strong. So again, with numbers, I just remember. I will always remember we had 10 out of 12 bloody days and 7 of them were extremely bloody. 3 of them were less bloody, but still went down, and then it rebounded at the end of the day. So they kind of cheated us, so it didn't look so bad, but it was bad. Most of the days were bad. So if you don't remember it, that's what a bloody market looks like. That's what like a recession type of market. Again, there's money to be made. So when people are talking to you, so I saw this story today. One of these hedge fund guys, I wish I remember the names, Plintel, something Tell. He said, the market's going to fall 10%. So he said, make money through May, sell in May, and wait on the side till October. That's what his strategy is. Why? Why would someone say that's his strategy? If you know you're good through May and you know it's going to fall 10% and you're so smart it's going to fall 10%, why wouldn't you take all those put options and all the VIX and all this? Doesn't matter. Wait 4 months. Get the options that are 4 months out. He's so smart. He wants to take off during the summer. You know why? He was going to go to the Hamptons. He's going to sell in May. He's going to pick up his kids from whatever preparatory school they're at. He's going to go to the Hamptons to his $200,000 a month house. And that's what he's going to do, spend his summer. He doesn't care what you guys do. Okay, so real quick, volatility in the market, volume in the market, real light lately. If you think your stock is light, it's not. So SRNE, I was real happy with this stock because there's heavy demand, heavy volume in a market that is light on volume. So I want to be where the demand is. Do you? Do you want to be the volume is? Do I think Tesla might go further down? I already told you that. It could go to like, oh, sorry. Old question. Sorry. I apologize. Old question. Yes, so I would be a player at 682. Is it going to 682? No. 677? So I would never enter anyway with more than a 25% because say I buy at 682 and it goes to 650 for some reason. Some analyst says it's worth $100 and you never want to be stuck all in. You throw all your marbles or all your chickens in a whatever it's called, right? All your birds in a something, all your eggs in a basket. There you go. Thank you. That was me. Thank you myself. So you don't put all your eggs in a basket, especially with Tesla. It's very dangerous. If you put any of you bag holders understand this, and I'm sorry to be talking to you. You know who you are, okay? You put all your eggs in a basket, and you're holding such heavy bags, and you're saying, I can't sell because if it goes up, I'm going to feel terrible, but I can't do anything. I can't trade because I have no money. And if I do sell, I have to wait on the side 2 days for the settle. So I have no money to play with. So if I sell now and it goes up 2 days from now, I'm going to look like an ass. I get you. But reevaluate. So a Tesla, yeah, 682, I'd be a player. PLX, I don't even know that company. So I like companies I don't know. And we're doing good on time. And I appreciate you guys. And we're still pretty high. So I mean, pretty volume high, I'm not high at all. PLX. Not that smoking or doing drugs is good for you, but I do have my medical marijuana card. Okay. Interesting. So PLX, I'm looking at it. I don't know who they are. The outflow is huge, but the stock isn't getting killed. Let me look at a wider chart here. Okay, so just looking at a wider chart, you can see there are 3 mountains, even 4 or 5 mountains, peaks. Here's a peak, 2 peaks there, 1 in the middle. Okay, so you see 5 peaks. The point is we're at the 5th peak, and we're only like this far from the top of the peak. Okay, can you see how far we are? There's more likelihood that the stock will drop down just because charts. You guys hear the term head and shoulders, right? The stock goes up, down, up, down, up, down. That's what I look for my day, my 1 day chart. I'm going to show you a lesson real quick. Let's find a popular stock real quick. I'm just going to go over here. This will be a real quick lesson. I apologize, but it's going to be a good one. Okay. Here you go. Here's Facebook. My point is, you see it at the bottom right there. There. Oh, that's pretty good. And then anywhere else it's higher. So the point is, if you could buy something at the bottom, and these charts do it every day, you'll see a chart at the top. So maybe one day Amazon will open up here and just right around the top. But every day it trades between a top and a bottom, a head and shoulders. So if you panel in, like I almost looked at First Solar today, but I thought green energy was getting killed. But you'll see First Solar made a huge dip. I almost bought in at the bottom. I wouldn't be profitable yet, but I have limited downside. But I didn't think green energy was going to do well today for some reason. All right, so let's see. What do I think? Do I think Apple will dip after earnings tomorrow? Apple is not Tesla, okay? So I'll explain that real quick. I'm just going to take one more sip almost out of water. Okay, Tesla needs to be perfect. Apple has so many products. Apple makes so much money from their app store. Apple makes so much money from their phones. They have TVs they're making. I heard they're making a car of some sort. Apple never disappoints. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. Okay? Apple never disappoints. So even if Apple misses, I wouldn't even see. I think you have limited downside. Whereas if Apple crushes it, what is it, 134? Could be at 146, 138, 140. Who knows? I don't have Apple. I have no position. I don't have options. I'm not going to play Apple. I don't like earnings. I don't like holding something that's risky through earnings, whether it's Tesla, Apple, Netflix. Netflix moves like 10%, moves like 50 or 60 points usually. And I've been on the wrong side of that once. I took $2,000. I turned it into $62,000 in quarter number 2 of 2020 because I thought Netflix could not miss. Everybody was home from the pandemic. Everybody was signing up for Netflix. They couldn't miss. And they didn't miss earnings. You know what they did? They said it was a terrible outlook for quarter 3, and they had lower expectations, and the stock tanked. And it was $525. My entry point was 504. At 504 that day, the stock went up to 525. I was up over 100% of my options. And I said, if they beat earnings, the stock's going to go to 575. That means from 504 to 575 in one day, I was going to cross, make $250,000. And what happens? They said they beat earnings. It spiked up like I thought. I'm like on the way to the supermarket. I'm like, I'm going to kill it. I'm going to kill it. Then all of a sudden it went from spiking up, and they said their expectations for the third quarter were drastically lower, and it lost 50 points. It went to 475 right away. From like 525, 530, 535 to 475, 65 points. Absolutely zero. Thoughts on Penn? I don't really know. I heard they got an upgrade today. So again, why do companies give upgrades? Well, yes, they'd like to be right about it, but I guarantee you, this institution that gave the upgrade to Penn already bought their Penn stock the other day, probably a couple days ago. They bought their call options. They sold some put options. They're fully covered. But I'm going to look at the stock just the same. But I like Wynn the best out of gaming stocks. Las Vegas Sands is good. So let me tell you why I like Wynn and Sands, okay? Macau, China, Singapore, right around there. Macau, okay? People that gamble. I was a professional blackjack player for 8 months of my life. I won 88% of my sessions, okay? There are whales. What are whales? Whales are people that have hundreds of millions of dollars, and they can lose it all. One person can lose $150 million playing in one night in a casino, and it can make a huge difference to their spreadsheet. So I like Wynn Casinos. I like Las Vegas Sands. I don't like Penn. I think Penn's local. I think it's U.S. only. I know some institutions like it. I'm going to tell you, it looks terrible. The outflow is terrible. I remember Penn Gaming when it was like $80 or something like that. I don't know how it's, in fact, less than 80. I don't even know how it was this. They did the deal. Oh, you know what? Penn Gaming was $4 a share. $4 a share went to $28 a share. And then it exploded. Then they did the deal with Dave Portnoy, right? Let me just look. Yeah, after March, right? Yeah, in March, it was $4 a share. $4 a share. So I can't buy Penn. They're not a $4 company. Then they were 13. Then they were 28. And I'm like, I almost got in. They were 35. And then when I saw them at 120, I was like, are you kidding me? But I don't control the market. I would not be. Okay, so here's the game. Hold or sell. Somebody gives me Penn stock. Sell. Okay, I don't want Penn stock. Oh, PLX? Don't want that either. Tesla? I don't want that either. Okay, I'm in AAPH. What do you think it's going to do? I chased and went all in before joining your platform. I'm not laughing at you, Brenda. I'm sorry. It's like I get DMs from the site. Somebody quit my platform the other day because they were holding stock from this other guru. I know because they told me the stocks they're in. And I'm like, Staff and some other funny stocks. I mean, please, the stock was like 58 cents. Staff, Castor Marine, Sundial, all those companies. I think somebody asked about those. Okay, so Penn, I would give. I'm not saying the stocks can't go up. These stocks that I talk about, they can go up. I'm not right. I'm saying hold or sell. I'm selling. I don't want it. Okay. All right. AAPH. So hopefully you're not that bad, Brenda. I'm hoping it's up. AAPH. I'd never want someone to feel bad about their stocks. No, not AAPH. AAPH? You're talking about a penny stock? American Petroleum? It's like 1/1000th of a cent. No, you can't. It must be another name. AAPH. AAPH. Yeah. If you're holding an OTC Blue Book stocks, it's been delisted actually. So hopefully that's not the company you're talking about. Hopefully you have the symbol wrong. I'm going to look up again. AAP, right? H. No, it's been delisted. So hopefully, maybe you're talking about a different stock, Brenda. And please come back tomorrow and ask. I'll do this again. But yeah, there's nothing at $14 or $28. There's an AAPH, and it's a penny stock, and it's been delisted. Okay, IDRA. I won't answer it because one of these gurus that you guys believe in, it was like $14, and then I saw it was at $7. You know what? I will look at the stock because I want to give you hope if there is hope. Okay, I'm just looking at the chart. IDRA. Let's see. Yeah, IDRA. Oh. It looks terrible. Sorry for singing. It's been a long night. It looks terrible. It looks like, I mean, if you guys can talk enough people into buying this stock, and I would never support this stock, but it looks terrible. But if enough people believe this stock is going up, then yes, you guys could push this stock up probably from $1.16 to maybe $1.38 or 50 or something like that. Maybe like 30 cents. It looks terrible, but word of mouth. You talk about something that stinks long enough, like, hey, this one's about to pop, this one's about to pop, this one's about to pop, and you spread the word enough, and there are enough stupid people say, it's not like you're stupid, so I would never insult it, but you talk about something enough and people start to believe it, anything's possible. But I would not be an investor. And I'll give you a 2-for-1 because that's a bad stock, and I know someone put you guys there, and I'm sorry about that. It's terrible. And everybody, please do your own due diligence. I'm not a financial advisor. Again, I'm just a smart person that likes to help people. I want you guys to make money. I mean, so many people have so many heartaches and stories because of COVID. So if you have a hard story or your friend does, please share my video with them. Understand why I'm here to help. Understand that I want you guys to make money. So yeah, I'm going to look at bingo. I think I mentioned how I feel about biotech companies, and I don't really like them. And of course, this one looks very similar. Huge bag holders. The demand is going up. If you're in this company, I wouldn't be in it. It's at 705 right now. If you somehow get good movement on this company, I would be out before $8.17. It's definitely a resistance line. I'm not saying it's going to $8.17. In fact, if you give me 100 shares of bingo and say hold or sell, again, I'm selling. I don't want to own bingo. I don't like biotech companies. They need money. They do all these other things. They come out with their reports, and then the reports get delayed. I was in 2 biotech companies, and they were like, first quarter, we'll have the numbers out. I'm like, yeah, first quarter, yeah. And what happened? First quarter, they're like, second quarter, we'll have the numbers out. What happened? We had ruddy days in March. My stock went from like $3 to $1.50 something. Very upsetting. Okay, DDD, 3D printing company, has it bottomed? Oh, I like questions like that because I am very good at calling the bottom. I might suck at everything else, which I don't. I'm very good at a lot of things. In fact, I wanted to share this story. I don't know why. When I used a basketball player, I went to 5-star basketball camp. Anybody that doesn't know what that is, Google it. Okay, I was 5th and 6th grade. I was tall for my age. I went from being a forward to like a shooter. Anyway, that story. Anyway, okay. I don't know why I got sidetracked there. I bet Carlos is laughing. Carlos, you laughing, buddy? Carlos probably tired. All right, DDD, 3D systems. First of all, I like 3-dimensional printers. I think they're great. I think they have a lot of uses. So I'm going to go to the 1-month chart, which is better for me. Gives me more of a feeling of the stock. Yeah, I like it actually. It's not bad. Demand is good. Volume is light. It has a market cap of 2.8 billion. So it's definitely expensive. Not too many shares out. 124 million shares out. It's range between 4 and 56. So I mean, it's like mid-range, probably a little less. It has no earnings, which sucks. It's forward earnings, which means it has to nail everything it's doing. Is 109, their PE, their forward PE. So their earnings based on next year is 109. That's never a good thing. I like my PEs to be I mean, anywhere from 8. 8's a great PE. I've seen like 1 PEs. Okay. I'm like, how does this company have 1 PE? Like, why wouldn't you just buy it? So, I mean, again, 3-dimensional, it's not something that you could really put a strong valuation on. It's like a lot of these IPOs and these SPACs. I don't buy into them because you can't really put a valuation. First of all, how much shares are they offering? What price are they offering? Did I get in on the IPO? Who wants this? How soon after they do the offering can they sell? Those people from Coinbase, right? If you didn't know, the president, the CEO, the CFO, they all sold like most of their shares at $330 something. Oh no, $380 something for some of them. Crazy. All right, so I don't know about the printing company. I'm sorry you waited all that time, and Brenda, I'm sorry that your AAPH looks like it's a penny stock that was delisted, and I hope I'm wrong or you rented it. So you dropped some bags. You lost in the past month since 420. Dropped some bags. You dropped some bags of my advice. You put the rest into smarter stocks and you made it back. Okay. That's great, bro. I love stories like that. In fact, I hear those stories a lot. And when you guys started trading with me, when I brought this stuff to Twitter, we went through the bloody 12 days of March. And it was so terrible that you guys are following my rules. But my rules are teaching you how to average down better. So you guys are getting great entry points. This was in March. But I can't show you how green you're going to be until we actually had green days. So it took some time, but which worked out nice. Okay. Sundial, again, I think Sundial is a piece of crap. When it was $2 or $1 something, I said it was a piece of crap. Then it went to $1.06 and $1.08. I said it was a piece of crap. Then it might even went lower. I think it was like 85 cents. Let me tell you why Sundial is a piece of crap. Because they have like 1 billion or 2 billion shares outstanding. I think 1 billion, maybe 1.1 billion. I don't even have to look. I'm confident it's 1.1 billion. Maybe they did an offering. Anyway, so they have 1 billion shares out. For them to go from $1 to $2 or 85 cents to $1.85, they need to sell $1 billion worth of weed, basically, or product. It's impossible. You can't sell that much. Socket, I think that's SCKT. I'm going to look it up because I thought there was like a stock that spiked on an Apple deal. I think it went from like $2 to like $20. So anything that goes to 2 to 20, yeah, Socket Mobile, right? What did it do? Yeah. Okay, 2 to 20. I'm basically right. Maybe it was $3. Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible. I would get out. I would get out. I mean, if I had that stock, I would sell it. It's just me. I don't want to hold on to it. If you're right about it, if you're hoping that it goes back to $20, it's not. So the best you're hoping for is that maybe it goes to like $8. So you're making maybe like 20% back. And I don't even think that's going to happen. BRQS, I will look it up. But again, that's a Bitcoin stock. I don't know if they need money or not. All these stocks, they do offerings. SOS, FTFT, CAN, BTBT. Oh, NCTY did an offering. All right. Riot brought somebody, but they haven't done an offering. I wouldn't be surprised. So, yeah, it falls in line with the other stocks. I mean, there's more demand, but as there's more demand, it went from 140 to 118. So, no. If I were in a Bitcoin play, I would be in MSTR or I'd be in best in class, probably Mara or Riot. If I wanted to play some other type of crypto thing, maybe I'd be in EBON because they have an exchange. Plus, it was heavily shorted. It was beat up. So I saw someone make EBON hitting 12. Give me the thumbs up if EBON's hitting 12 by summer. I don't know. But EBON will hit. There's built up demand. There are institutions buying. Institutions were buying at $6.10. Institutions were buying. I think it's going to be $6.10 soon. What does that mean soon? Within 2 weeks. Maybe 3 weeks, $6.10. So yeah, like March, what are we? May 21st, probably $6.10. I'm hoping for $7, but I'm not telling you guys to buy options. I'm certainly not telling you to buy stock or options. I have heavy EBON bags. You want to talk about bags? I got some heavy bags. They're not mine. They're my ex-wife's, but she's holding heavy bags. Okay. Wish. I don't know. Is that a company or you'd like me to make a wish? Yes, I get like a wise ass later as the day goes on. Wish. It is Context Logic. I don't know the company. Oh, now there's a good chart. If you haven't seen me get excited in a while. Now, I'm not sure where it's going to go, but I'm assuming you didn't just get in now. I'm assuming you've been in for a while. Anyway, so this is what demand looks like. I don't know if you can see it. These bars right on this side. I don't know if you can see the color. They're all green. All these forces has been up. So it's 5 straight days of more inflow than outflow. And 3 of those days, which would have been today, which would have been Thursday, not even Friday, that good day on Friday. It would have been Thursday, Monday, and Tuesday. Heavy demand. I'm hoping you got in either Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday sometime last week. But let's see. What do I see for this? If I had to put a price target on this one, ooh, looks good. WISH. I'm adding it to my watch list. And why am I doing that? Because I think a price target on this one could go to at least, I don't know. Actually, I'm not adding it to my watch list. Sorry. I think you could get 18 out of it. And if you get 18, you probably get greedy. If it goes to 18, I'd probably take half my position off the table. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just telling you what I would do and how I would trade through transparency. So Wish, $15. If it goes up to 18, 18.50, I take 50% of my position off the table. It's always good to have money on the side, especially if people think the market's going to tank. YUG, huge. Huge with the Y. Okay, huge. I don't know the company, and I typed in huge, and I did it again. Okay. What? YUGE? That's not a company. Are you talking about I look huge? Is that it? I don't know. I'm thinking maybe you mean huge. I don't know if that's a company either. Huge is FSD Pharma, which a lot of people have. I'm thinking you meant huge. I really am thinking you meant huge. And I'm looking at it, and this stock was beaten up. Wow. I remember this stock. Right. Okay, so I'm looking at this stock. I'm looking at the chart. You guys want to know charts, man? Yeah, it looks actually good. It looks good to ride up. How far can I ride this up? I don't know how long this will take, but it's $1.77. It has resistance right under $2. So there's not so much room, but the great news is if you got in a couple of days ago, you probably got it as low as $1.50 something, and you could ride it up to 194. So that's like a 30% gain. So again, be very smart with your money. If we're talking about huge FSD Pharma, again, another pharma, another biotech. I don't like those companies, but you have to ride it up. You have to take profit. Okay, Intel. I don't know, but I know that a lot of stuff's going around Intel. So this chart should be very interesting. INTC. I mean, my computer uses Intel. Wow. Oof. Oh, looks pretty sick for 3 months. Okay, it looks terrible, actually. I would not be in Intel. I'd be in another chip maker. I remember they went up to $68. Yeah, I would just sell. I wouldn't even want to be in for a bounce. Yeah, so Delta. So I looked at Delta chart. I made a chart of my own today. I think I'm going to buy more tomorrow. I'm waiting for it to pop. I think it's going to explode one of these days. I think it's vaccine news and other stuff. ACY, yeah, all my stocks. If you're on or my platform, I have a spreadsheet. If I announce that I'm selling something, I'll tell you guys. The last stock I sold was CSIQ, Canadian Solar, and since it's been down. So ACY, yeah, we got a pop. We got a pop of like 22%. It was as high as 26% yesterday. And it's a pullback. It's profit taking. It's consolidation. So you saw it on Microvision. You're saying the same thing. Tiger, I answered your question before. Yeah, I think Tiger go to 27, 44, 54, 66. I think it's going bingo. I answered Hughes. All right, we got all those out of the way. Sorry, I'm not feeling well. I didn't really eat dinner tonight. Better to have more contracts with one option or more positions with less contracts. I like to be in winning positions. So maybe I'm reading your question the wrong way, but I would rather keep it simple. 2 positions, they're easier to track. If one of my positions say the market turns negative and you diversify yourself into 5 options positions and the market starts to tank and you notice it and you know all your stocks are going down. It's so hard to put in all the numbers. So you have to put in cheap orders to ask or sell at the bid, and you're doing it for 5 positions, you're going to get crushed. So I like 2 positions. I like to keep it simple. Okay, CODX is, what is that, Code X or something? I think I've heard of that company before. Sometimes I just make stuff up. So if it's not, yeah, Code Dynamics. I just made up Code X. I don't know. Chart looks terrible. 1 month chart looks terrible. Now, if I'm wrong, okay, and you notice I'm wrong, say it breaks $9.18. If it breaks $9.18 to the upside, then you're doing okay. So that's what I'd be watching, Dave. $9.18. If it breaks the upside, great. If not, your downside is, it looks limited too. It's probably just 5%. Stock's been beat up. Okay? Terrible. It just looks like it's going down. So again, I'm not calling the bottom. I call the bottom when I see demand on certain stocks. So that stock, I don't see the bottom. I'm not saying it can't turn around or you can't make money, but I'm not seeing the bottom. All right, I'm going to finish off a couple more stocks. CVS, please look. You listen, everybody's doing such, I'll suffer. You guys are still waiting, and the numbers are just sick right now. So I'm going to keep going. CVS Health. Okay, I'm looking at the 1 month chart again. And CVS Health is probably following the Dow, but I'm going to tell you the last 2 days have been terrible. And remember, in fact, the last 4 days have been terrible looking. No, someone's been selling the stock. So I'm thinking institutions probably. Okay, on the downside, though, where is your downside limit? You're probably going to see, it probably can go to $72. If you were going to buy this, I'd have my buy set at around $70. So down $5. So I'd be watching that. PLX, I think I answered that one earlier on tonight, so we're done with that one too. I would not be a buyer of PLX. And love the APM broadcast, Idaho, Pins. Okay, so I think Pins has probably been beat up lately. I think like Snapchat was beat up. I know Twitter has earnings this week. So if you're in Pinterest, what would I be paying attention? Pay attention to Twitter earnings. Their stocks are related. When Netflix tanked, Roku tanked, when people have been selling Snaps, I'm assuming they've been selling Pinterest. I'm going to look right now for you, Jordan. Oh, actually, no. The chart looks good on Pinterest. It'll be tech related. It looks good. The 3-month chart looks real solid. There was heavy buying followed by heavy selling, but it looks like they're in the buy cycle again. Looks like the selling's done. I like Pinterest. Price target? Who knows? For Pinterest to make money and for Pinterest to go from $77 to $97 or $100 or something to that extent, $94, let's say another 20%, okay? Let's say $94, another 20%. You need the NASDAQ to keep making new highs. If the NASDAQ continues to make new highs, Pinterest will continue to make new highs. It will follow and correlate with the NASDAQ. So if you're having problems with the NASDAQ struggling, the 10-year note's on the rise, NASDAQ's going down, I would take other interests. We will end in 10 minutes. Yes, thank you for tuning in. Yeah, we're going to end it at 9:30, but I'm going to do some more stocks real quick. Net. I know that's a stock, right? Is that CloudNet? I think I finally got one right. Cloudera? Yeah, Cloudflare. There we go. Again, similar to the stock I just spoke about, it's been extremely strong since 75. So you already got at least 12 or 14% in the last 4 to 5 days. So if you're thinking about entering, no. If you have a position, hold. Could be good. Cloudflare, net is like D-Dog, okay? If you have a position, hold. If you're going to chase a stock, please don't, okay? TME looks like it's recovering. Let's see what TME is. I hope it's not that. Yep, Tenet Music. It's the Chinese company. I don't like to be in Chinese companies, so hold or sell. I can tell you right now, I would sell. Yes, it recovered. And if you recovered and got in at $17.40 or called the bottom and you're at $19.40, so you made 13 or 14% in the past couple of days, congratulations. But there's nothing tells me to stay in this stock a long time. It fell off a cliff. Fell off a cliff for a reason. Any idea why two companies, Starbucks? Yeah, Starbucks probably took profit taking. Starbucks, they were talking about how great a company it was at $88. I think I saw it at $120. So that's a 50% profit. If institutions make 50% profit, trust me, even if it's a great company, they're taking their money. And Starbucks, yeah, 116. Yeah, I'd be taking my money too. So yeah, I would not be an investor in Starbucks. MSDT. So MSDT, I've seen that twice now. What? I'm sorry, MSDT. Microsoft. Okay, thank you. Microsoft. Again, you're going to see profit taking. I don't even need to look at the chart, but I will. Microsoft. You're going to see profit taking. I mean, people have been invested in Microsoft institutions since $204. We're at $261 right now. So if you want to play Microsoft, you can, but you're also playing the NASDAQ. It's probably safer to just bet on the NASDAQ. As Microsoft makes new highs, the NASDAQ will make new highs. Microsoft is best in class. So if you're strong tech, that's great. Follow the 10-year note. As the 10-year note pushes up to $2 or 2%, tech will have a hard time. All right, so I'm just going to go a little. Oh, my God, we have so many stocks. Okay, yeah. We're going to do a couple more here. AI and Clove. So AI, I can tell you I really like. Clover, biotech, stay away. Sorry, FT. I don't know. I know it was heavily shorted. It's definitely some stock manipulation. It was up 14%, then it was up 4%. I stay away from that. I still have 2 positions in it at $6. If I can get my money out and someone wants to give me $6, I would take it as a gift and get out. And I'm sorry for getting tired. Christine missiled me, and I need your honest opinion. Okay, so what do you need? Oh, FTFT. Yeah, I mean, again, there's not much that can be said about FTFT. It's got some momentum. It has some support. I would look, if you're so curious and you own FTFT and Christine messed you up, look at institutions. If they're buying the stock, that's a good sign. If they're not buying the stock, then it's just retail traders playing with each other. I don't know Quentas, and you didn't give me a symbol, so I'm going to see if I can spell it real quick. But I know people, or you, those gurus push you into Quentas because, yeah, it looks terrible. The 3-month looks terrible. The 1 month looks terrible. There's absolutely zero volume in the stock. Yeah, I would be so far away from that stock. I'm sorry for you people that got put in these terrible stocks. I mean, AMAT. So we had AMAT. We got in at $126 for AMAT. I got out at $139. I said sell. I think it went back to $128. I'm not an investor. I thought about could it go back to $142. I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's at $134. So I would skip on AMAT. I'm going to look at TSM. TSM, I think, is a chip manufacturer, right? Taiwan. Is that TSM? Yeah, I mean, the 1 month chart. Again, I wouldn't be buying TSM right now. And let me tell you why. I know it's a chip maker and chip makers are in demand. But right now, we're not in a bull market. We're at all-time highs, but we're in a tough market. You have to be very selective with the stocks you pick. So if you stayed in, with everybody stayed this long, be very selective. Don't just jump in because you think you're calling a bottom. See inflow. Inflow is good for 4 straight days. Green, 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 green. It doesn't have to be the stock's going up. The stock can go down and more people can be buying. It's just people unloading their bags. So again, pay specific attention to your stocks. Follow the rules, 25% rule. You guys are amazing, bro. You guys are just so amazing. I couldn't thank you all for staying this long. We got news coming in a couple days. Good news. I'm going to share it with everybody. But this 8 p.m. time seemed to have worked. I'm going to test and use my analytics to see. I love math. We'll see where the hours worked out. But everybody was great. I'll do a tweet, not a tweet. I'll do a video tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. in my videos. Then we go to 10:30 and then 2:30. Okay, so there are 3 times I do videos, updates on the day for people that are on my platform. I will give alerts out tomorrow. If I sell anything, I'll let you know. Other than that, listen, you guys are wonderful. Have a great night, and thanks so much.